and welcome to Social Buzz Extra. See, today my smile is extra. Of course, it's not just we are not just going to be talking about things happening on social media. We are so happy, we are excited because what? It's Christmas. Everyone is excited. Everywhere is busy, like very, very busy. The markets, the road, especially that market part. Our mothers are everywhere. All right, welcome to Social Buzz Extra. I'm your host, Ogochikumopu. Now we are going to be looking at some highlights of things that happened on social media recently, and also we are going to be touching a bit of Christmas. I'm so excited, please. I'm very, very excited. All right, sit down, relax, and enjoy this particular buzzing ride. So what we are going to do is for you to be part of this conversation, make sure that you're watching on DSTV, is channel 365, and on Star Times you can watch on channel 276. Also, just in case you do not have that in your home, or maybe you're already on the road or in your office, you can watch Social Buzz on the go anywhere you are. All you need to do is to subscribe to our channels on YouTube. It's Global TV NG, and watch Social Buzz. Also press that bell like icon. It's going to notify you whenever I come your way, and also notify you of every other program we have here for you, including up-to-date news. Let's go into the topic of the day properly today, and this one is coming from all the way from the south. Is police arrest Masqurade in Akwaibom. What has happened? What is going on? The Akwaibom Police Command has arrested 3 masqueraders accused of assaulting residents and inflicting injuries during a public disturbance. Authorities said investigations are ongoing and warned against cultural practices being used to threaten public safety, assuring residents of firm enforcement of the law. So just before this arrest, we all know that the governor of Akwaibom State had already declared that he does not want to see any form of masquerade, whether the small one or the big one. He made this announcement even before this festive period, because he knows what it's like during festive period, and because of his trying to help the safety is just for the safety of the people of the Akwaibamites. He doesn't want any form of attack. It's for security most times, because we've heard about it's a good thing. First of all, for so many people that like masquerade, some persons travel to the village just because they've missed their village masquerade. They want to watch the masquerade perform and all of that, things that happen during the festive period in a village. So, but he knows that sometimes these people are always very, very rigid. They use force in the things they do. There's some masquerade that they'll tell you, oh, a woman is not supposed to see. Oh, there's some masquerade they'll tell you, so and so time you're not supposed to be out, or else you'll be flogged and all of that. So he doesn't want that. And he doesn't want anybody disguising. Right now in the country we live now, I will say, I don't want to say we don't have security, but I would say we have too much security in the country. So the best form of letting that not happen is to make sure that you close up every gap. Make sure that every gap is closed up, so we don't start hearing, oh, some persons dressed as masquerade kidnapped so and so, or they flogged so and so to death. No, we don't want to hear that. So immediately they banned this masquerade in Akwaibom. But you know what? We Nigerians have coconut head. Some persons they came out and say, no, we cannot at home. It is our traditional right. We have to come out, we have to dance, we have to do all of those things, and they came out to perform their traditional ritual as usual. Some use it as a form of begging, but now these people have been identified and been arrested. I'd like us to take a look at that video and see how it is.
Suspected masquerades who inflicted injuries on an innocent citizen, currently admitted in an undisclosed hospital for medication and treatment. These suspects, Samuel Ime, Kingsley Samuel, and Ediomo Friday, took laws into their hands by violating the provisions of the relevant laws and also the provisions of the recently signed executive order by His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Akwaibom State.
At this point, the song Egungun Be Careful Na Express You Dey Go, they're supposed to put it at the background of this particular arrest because this particular Egungun has gotten to the final bus stop. They've arrested them and see what? They are taking them to the court to be tried because they already made a declaration. Don't come outside. Even though you have been serving this thing, even though you have been doing masquerade dance for over 10 years, 20 years, some persons will tell you since they were born, this is the only business they know, or this is the only thing they do. Please, even if you have been doing it, they've already declared. Don't come out. There are two governments that, govern that state, the modern government and of course the traditional government. Traditionally, they might tell you, okay, we are supposed to do this, but if the traditional government speak with the modern government and they collaborate to make sure that they keep the people of the state safe, who are you Egungun, who are you in that body? Come out. Well, one of them was identified as Samuel, and they said these people are being arrested. Investigation is actually currently ongoing, and they are going to be tried because you have violated a rule that was set aside by the governor of the state. Why? How dare you? Who asked you? Who said you should do that? Honestly, let's try to keep to rules and constitution, laws that govern every state or even office, wherever it is we find ourselves, because I think it's for a good cause, it's for a good purpose. Most times we just feel like we can do things by ourselves. Most times, especially when you've been doing it for a long time, you feel, why are they stopping it now? I've been doing this thing for ages. So who is stopping it? Who has the... But please, let's try to adhere to rules and regulations that govern things, states, and anywhere we find ourselves, even in organization. Okay, so that Egungun now is actually on that express and it has gotten to his last bus stop and cannot go home. So for some of us that have been traveling, if you are from Akwaibom and you traveled because you want to see Masqurade, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You're not going to see that Masqurade. Yes, you're not going to see them this year. I don't even think they will come out again, especially except maybe for specific events. Maybe I think so. The government might be lenient to make them come out in those specific events, but it has been made clear for the safety and security of the people of Akwaibom State. Okay. So I like it that way. If they can even also put the same law in other states, because to be very honest, there was one time I didn't know that it was, I think they were having a festive period then in Asaba. Very, very clear. I can remember this one. This one is still ringing. I can still see it on my face. Like, I can still see it like this. And I didn't know what happened, but they were dancing around the market. They were close to the market. They were having their normal, festive ritual, and they were walking down. While I went to the market that day, I did not know that we're not supposed to go to the market that time. But I went to the market at about 10 a.m. and they flogged me. Why? I did not even know. Me, I just passed like, after all, I did not look for the trouble. I did not look for their trouble. They shouldn't look for my trouble. So I'll just pass, go my way and all of that. They flogged me. I ran. God, it was a bad one for me. It was so shameful. I understand that it's tradition, but some traditions now, they're beginning to look really not cool. So please, let's avoid some things that is going to bring our legs outside. All right, over to the next topic of today. We are going to be talking about jollof rice. Why not? It's the festive period. We'll talk about jollof rice. And guess who is talking about jollof rice? Lai Mohammed. So he said jollof rice was meant for prisoners. That was what Lai Mohammed said. As I'm talking, you'll be doing your findings now. Let us know whether it is really meant, it was really originally meant for prisoners. So in an interview in Politics Today on Channels Television, the former minister said jollof rice was actually the food that was prepared for prisoners. The origin of jollof rice is actually from the word wolof, and it is Senegalese. Lai Mohammed, former Minister of Information, speaking on the origin of jollof rice. I would like us to take a look at that video and tell me if you concur with that particular origin. So let's take a look at that video.
Jeffrey, for having me.
In fact, I told myself, let's start on a very light hand, because I know that a lot of young people, at some point, were not happy with you for one reason. Remember when the Jollof War started between Ghana and Nigerian Jollof? And I think it was Quest that asked you that the question when he came to one of his shootings and his recordings. And he asked you, I said, Alaji, Ghana Jollof and Nigerian Jollof, And he said, Senegal, you betrayed our country. What happened? In the voice of the young people, I'm re-echoing what they say.
That's interesting. You see, when you look at the origin of jollof, it's actually from the word wolof on the Senegalese. And the people don't understand the origin of jollof. Jollof rice was actually that food that was prepared for prisoners. Because it was that food that was put in one plate, oil, salt, and everything. So really, the origin of jollof is wolof. But I think later, it must be UN Tourism or somebody, came out and Wikipedia. Yes, the origin of, wolof, of jollof is actually wolof.
Okay.
We call it chebuche in wolof.
Well, I don't know whether you had the time for that to explain at that time, because a lot of young people were like, no, you're the man in charge of tourism and culture. You should have defended us.
All right, we've heard from the former Minister of Information, Lai Mohammed, that jollof rice was originated from Senegal, and also it's a Senegalese delicacy, and also was meant for prisoners, which was referred to as wolof then, and then we Nigerians borrowed it and call it jollof. And that's why when we had one competition then with Senegal, and they asked him one time, which jollof rice is sweeter? And he said the Senegalese jollof rice, because it's sweeter, and it's, I think right now he's not telling us the reason why he chose Senegalese jollof rice to Nigerian jollof rice. But do you agree with that? Me, I did not agree. I will not agree. How can Lai Mohammed be telling me that this thing is originally from Senegal, and Senegal jollof rice is sweeter than our jollof rice? Have you tasted our jollof rice? Who is cooking for Mr. Lai Mohammed? Who is cooking for this man? Honestly, you need to change your chef, sir, with all due respect. Because have you tasted some jollof rice mixed with butter, and that one that they put butter on top, then they let it to simmer for some time, and you see some veggies, the carrot, the green peas, the beans, and all of that inside? Have you? Or have you even eaten let's go down now to the traditional way, that's concoction jollof rice, that one that you have iru, you have dry fish, you have fresh pepper and some onion, like you could see everything together. Lai Mohammed, I think you need to change your chef, because no, Nigerian jollof rice, I've not really tasted that of Senegal. I don't think I've tasted Senegal jollof rice. I haven't. I won't say I don't think. I haven't tasted Senegal jollof rice. I know I've tasted Ghana jollof rice made by a Ghanaian one time, but I've not done that of Senegal. But I've seen videos of how they prepare it, like the recipes and all of that. I've seen that, but I've not tasted it, so I wouldn't know how it tastes. But it looks good. The way they cut the veggies were so big, like it's chewy and all of that. But no. You cannot convince me. You cannot convince me. Well, let's take some comments from social media as regards it. Let's see if people agree with the former Minister of Information. And the first comment is coming from 0506J. And this person says, when did Mr. Lai collect work from Akwaibom Famakin? All right, we all know of Akwaibom Famakin to be a food critic where he criticized food. And we didn't see this coming on the program named Politics Today. We know the program to be all about politics, so we didn't see this part. I think it is a cheerful part of life they are trying to bring out, though. All right, the second comment is coming from Manawu, and Manawu says, politics today, but the topic is jollof rice. Clowns are becoming more than the circus. Come on, please. I think it's the festive period, and everybody's trying to ease up. We must not do politics all through the year. For 365 days, won't you be bored? That's why we have programs like Social Buzz, to make, like to ease up the stress we go through. Especially, see, when you listen to political programs, sometimes you're tired. Your head is is banging because you are tired of what's going on in the political space. So, you know, sometimes they try to bring up things like this in between the programs just to make sure that, you know, the ease of the tension for viewers. You get it, Manao. Such a pretty lady there. All right. The third comment for this topic is coming from I am Abelson. Abelson says, he's now a food critic. Like, how do you guys even start talking about these things? He's not a food critic, but come on, when people taste something, they know. And I'm sure he must have tasted that of Nigerian jollof. He also have tasted the Ghana jollof, and this is his opinion, so it counts for him. Just like I said, I don't agree. I've not even tasted the other one. I'm not even agreeing. I think I'm even I'm biased at this point. But he's a Nigerian who has tasted the both, and he agreed to that of the Senegalese. So I think he has a better space, or is in a better place to tell us which one is better. But since most of you did not agree, just like me, I'm not the only person who is biased. You see, that makes us, okay, we read 3 comments, 4. All right, let's move over to the last topic for today. And this one, I'm going to say this one sweets me well. Yesterday when we watched Nigeria win 2-1 against Tanzania. This one, I was so happy because, you know, after the whole when we lost out of World Cup, and then they said, okay, we are trying to get back because they're looking into it, investigation is ongoing, and blah, 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 I might, you know, be there and all of that. And, you know, I just told myself, oh God, we lost World Cup. I needed something to pacify me, you know, in the football space, and then we got this win. It wasn't a big one. It's a big one, though. I wouldn't even say it wasn't a big one, because 2-1 is something. What if we had drawn the match? What if we had lost? So 2-1 is big for me, and it's Tanzania. Although most persons expected much, I think so. Most persons expected maybe 6, 4. The comments was actually buzzing, but I know everybody did that in their hearts. They were happy, more than happy, to make sure that Nigeria won that match. So Nigerian kick off 2025 AFCON campaign with a win, claiming all 3 points in their opening. Let them remain like that. That is the problem. That is the thing. I don't want a half-baked win. Let them remain like that all through. We did well in the last AFCON, only that we lost to Cote d'Ivoire, who collected the cup from us. We felt very bad because a lot of us, people like me, we were sharpening our mouths on social media, especially TikTok. We were bringing up things, and we told ourselves, no, Cote d'Ivoire is just small. We are going to, Cote d'Ivoire is our sister country. We will press their neck and all of that, only for them to collect the cup. I hope it doesn't happen again in this particular AFCON. So they won 3 points in their opening match with Semi Ajayi and Ademola Lookman in the second half, giving us that second goal on the score sheet, both set up by Alex Iwobi. No, honestly, I will tell you that the highlight of yesterday's match was Alex Iwobi, because you know all those assists he was giving. Before we used to say Alex Iwobi is becoming a princess, like he's beginning to be cold somehow. But yesterday he told us, no, don't look at me like that. That's a dirty December for us, you know, for everybody in Nigeria. It was a happy sight. It was a happy moment. And the football, although I wasn't really impressed with our play. I don't know if it's the sets, I don't get it, but at the end of the day, what matters most is that we won. We secured our first 3 points, and it's against Tanzania. So sorry to Tanzania, please manage it as it is. Let's take a look at the highlight of that second goal that's crowned it off. So let's take a look at it.
Here to bridge their defense. You can see that they're quickly on to ring forward to try to remedy that situation as quickly as they can. This is Alex Iwobi. And this is Ademola Lookman. Oh, fabulous! Wonderfully struck from Ademola Lookman. And it hasn't taken time, has it, for Nigeria to get themselves back in the lead once more. Well, he is a player with so much quality. Though this season it's been testing and trying for him, but he has dipped into his pocket of magic and pulled this one out of the hat. Lookman with a wonderfully struck shot from outside of the area, and his goal has put Nigeria back in front and 2-1 ahead. Well, Christian, you could sense it. You could sense that the Super Eagles from
Ademola Lookman, he was just observing all through first half, and you know he was looking very well, thoroughly as usual, and immediately he got this chance. That was it. He took up that opportunity and made sure that he dropped one in the net of the Tanzanians. So another thing again I observed is we got this goal in just 52 minutes into the game. That means we had like extra about 40 minutes more to make sure that we score another one. I think this is one thing about Nigeria. We have this let me bring in my team, this thing with Manchester United. When they score 2, they score 1, they are okay. They just relax. Is it that the opponents now tighten their defense, or it is we on our own part that just try to relax? Because I don't get it why, you know, we have 40 minutes and we could do something. You know, we saw Victor, Alex was there, Lukman was there, we had I know we had so many of them there. So what happened? What is going on? We had 40 minutes extra. Please, I wouldn't want, this is my advice now to you all, Super Eagles. Don't relax after 2, please. Let's try to make sure that we make it 3 or 4. That is, you tell yourself, okay, I have secured my own polling unit so that you don't get any, because anything now, any backcam that happens in 40 minutes, they can equalize, and that is making us even. That is a draw. So please leave no room for draw. Make sure that you are 2 steps ahead. Please, I'm begging you people, as we are praying, we are begging you people, please try, make sure that you are 2 steps ahead. I understand that the game of football is not an easy one. It has to do with the brain. It's tactical. You don't just go into the field and start running like a headless chicken. If you run like a headless chicken, I promise you, you are going to end up getting tired even before 10 minutes. And at the end of the day, you will fade out. They either bench you or, you know, you never give your best anymore. So I understand that it has to do with a lot of calculations. It's a lot of brain work. At the same time, a lot of skills, you know, we have to put in the skills and all of that. So kudos once more to the Super Eagles there of Nigeria. We appreciate it. That 3 points was worth it. That's like a Merry Christmas to everybody. All right, let's take a look at some comments from some persons on social media. And this one is coming from Odo's Nue. And Odo says, nothing impressive about the performance, but what matters is the 3 points. So good job. That's what I just said. 3 points matters a lot. All right, the next one is coming from IQ Man, and he says, we have tried. I thought you guys would beat us 6-0. Thanks for not embarrassing us, our in-law. All right, I think this one is coming from a Tanzanian. So thank you. Yes, we have an in-law. We have Prissy and, you know, Juma Jokes, of course. So the third comment is coming from Ola Reform, and Ola says, Ademola on fire and on point in this match. The Nigerian team were very tactical and approached the game like professionals, and I believe also conscious of the millions of Nigerians watching the match. I hope and pray they will they with every match they play. The Tanzanians came well prepared and were quite determined, but rough in the first half. All right, that's how rough in the first half. Well, it's okay. That's what I always keep saying. You have to be tactical. You have to think. You have to know what to do at every given point. All right, that's what we have for you today here on Social Buzz Extra. We wish we had more time. I wanted to spend more time with you guys because it's Christmas time. So anything can happen. I'm so excited. How are you spending your holidays? How are you spending it? Are you traveling? Are you back at home? Will you be doing Christmas and what's it called, Netflix and chills? What exactly are you doing now? You know, are you unboxing your gifts? Some persons unbox early. Why some persons unbox later? Which one are you doing now? All right. Well, that's all we have for you today on Social Buzz Extra. Make sure that if you're just joining us, make sure that you watch on YouTube. Is Global TV NG. Make sure that you drop your comments. Tell me what you think about the stories that we brought your way. Okay, till I come your way next time, I am Ogochukwu Mobno. To stay with us. Bye.